Good evening, everyone. Good evening to all the speakers, guests, everybody who is present, who has joined us for the session. I hope I'm audible to you all.
Yes, it is
Yeah, you
audible.
are audible.
Yes, yes.
Wonderful. Thank you so much for confirming. I welcome you all to the wonderful, amazing International Summit and Award Ceremony organized by Yuva IncubatED, an initiative by Kids and Teens Education Research Private Limited, known as K.I.T.E.S Education. And wonderful work that this group is doing in terms of creating awareness on entrepreneurship and helping students and the entire enthusiast community to work on the startup ideas is something which I'm sure will lead to a great future for each and every country. And this sharing of knowledge is not only limited to India. This organization has gone across the globe and has involved educators like us, enthusiasts like all of you, who are on a Saturday evening or a morning are attending this session from their respective places. So wholehearted welcome each one of you who has taken out time to be part of the summit today. Welcome and thank you so much. Now with this, the theme of the summit today is Innovative Educators, Key of Future Education. Teachers have always been the pillars of any developing society, any developing country, right? They build the youth, they guide them, they mentor them, they drive them to do well in their lives. I think all of us are the examples of that. You know, our teachers have a great role in all our lives, and now we are also doing the same for our students. But the kind of expectations which today, you know, whether be it the student, be it all the stakeholders of education have from educators are multifold. You know, from teaching is it has evolved into research, from research into consultancy, from there for building and supporting the startup ideas. And I think this is where all of us have aligned today, where we are talking about those innovative educators who can align the thought process with the enterprising economy and drive that innovation, creativity among all to make their lives better. Right? Now, with this introduction, I would like to request our keynote speaker, Dr. SUJEEWA POLGAMPALA. Madam, we are not able to hear you. Yeah.
Well,
Yes, we can hear you now.
All right.
Over to you. Just give me a
would
minute.
Would you allow me to share my screen?
Yes, yes. I think you are able to do that now. No, not yet. So can I request the host of the meet to please allow the sharing of the slides?
I haven't sent it to you.
Okay, let me see.
I'm trying to. Yes. I do hope that you can see my screen.
Not yet.
Is it coming?
Yes, I think it's coming now. Yes, it's coming now.
Right. Good evening, everybody. I can see on the topic innovative educators as a key of the future education. And I do hope that I am an ideal person to talk about this topic because I have been in this profession since 1995. So this is more than 26 years. So let me proceed with my slides. With that understanding, let me show you the overview of my presentation today. And I'll be talking about the dimensions of innovation in education and why we need innovative educators. What do the students want and expect from the future of education? And what are the skills that are in demand in the 21st century? Well, let us define who are the innovative educators and what will be the future of education with the guidance of these innovative educators, and how can we prepare the students for the world of work. So with that idea, let me proceed with my talk today. I do believe that education is the key to personal development and the future of societies. It unlocks opportunities and narrows inequalities. Well, it is the bedrock of informed, tolerant societies and a primary driver of sustainable development. You all know that the whole world faced the COVID-19 pandemic, and it has led the largest disruption of education ever. Well, when you hear the word education, it is derived from Latin. Education means you extract the things from out. What comes to your mind? I say, when you hear the word education, is it reading? Is it writing? Or it's arithmetic? For the longest time, the world has suffered. Yes, it suffered a lot with the understanding of what is meant by education. There's so much attention attached to the literacy component in education, to the extent that people think of education itself as all about making more and more people literate. While that does serve a greater purpose and centers around building economy, worthy people who have the ability to add, the world's momentous capacity, it stops sort of adding to the empathy that this world could gain a lot of things. With that idea, let us talk about the dimensions of innovations in education. Everett M.E. Rogers, he talks about the diffusion of innovations model and talk about the innovators percentage 25, then early adapters 13.5. And if I do suggest that we need to have a thorough understanding of the diffusion of innovation models in terms of innovations as teacher educators. Well, what is meant by teaching? As teachers, our primary concern should be the students and what type of learning environment will be best suited to meet their requirements. There are many different opinions as to what the most effective or appropriate curriculum is for the students. I do not believe there is any philosophy that can provide the ideal curriculum for each and every student. You know that students are dynamic. They are dynamic learners. They have different capacities, capabilities. It is essential that we have to keep this in mind as we help students to achieve their goals and discover their talents. Above all, we must encourage the students to try out new things and do what we can to do to preventing, limiting them in such a manner? You know, you will understand from the picture that I have included in my slides. Should we tie them up? No, we being educators, creative and innovative, we should not tie up their innovations and creativity. We have to find new avenues in promoting their skills, their talents, and their competencies. So, less pressure. Indeed, we being educators, if we are creative enough, if we are innovative enough, we should not pressurize the students. We should make the avenues for them to explore new things. Perhaps to the constructivism introduced by Vygotsky, there are occasions that we need to support them. We being educators, we should not spoon feed the learners, but still we need to scaffold or underpin in their need. There are certain barriers. To overcome the barriers or jump up the hurdles, which we call the zone of proximal development. After that, we need to help them. Just underpinning, just slight guidance would be enough. Well, I would like to talk much about this. Why? We talk about the 21st century skills. How many? We talk about the SDG goals, 17 SDG goals, and what goals go with the education. Goal number 4 for education, the quality of education. In order to maintain the quality of education, along with the 21st century skills, let us see. We need to know the learning skills as well as literary skills, life skills. There are 4 C's: creativity, critical thinking, collaboration, and communication, plus the literacy skills, including media, information, and technology. Moreover, they should know the life skills because they need to learn to live. They need to learn to live, so that they need to follow the life skills along with their good character, because we need a patriotic citizen, the person who loves the country, and he should have a good character. And these skills, because we need to address the knowledge and cognition, affective domain, and the psychomotor domain as educators. If we only talk about touch upon the cognition, we are just preparing the half-baked cake to the society. We have found number of examples due to this situation. So I think today many schools merely try to prepare the students to move on the college. By doing so, exclude the students who are gifted with their abilities. We as educators, we need to understand their different capacities, capabilities, especially when we deal with the young generation. They belong to the Z generation. They are native digitals. They are much more advanced than that of the teacher educators sometimes. in the future of higher education is fluid, and we have to change with the system. If we are resistant to change, we will be kicked off from the system. We have to update ourselves. Why? We have to be the change agent. Change can hold positive results, although it is often views negatively. Change has been a constant in the history of education. With that understanding, currently we need to understand the skills that are in demand in the job market. If we don't prepare our students for the world of work with those abilities, competencies, and skills, especially life skills, we have not prepared the lifeblood of the nation, the children, for better tomorrow. So that we should guide them, direct them how to solve the complex problems. They need to guide them, direct them for critical thinking in order to highlight their creativity, coordinating with others, because today we talk about the EQ, not much about IQ. IQ is essential, but emotional quotient is more than IQ. And students are issued with group certificates, not individual certificates, in order to avoid the competition among them. Because if they have the competition, they're not flexible enough, they don't, and they have negative impact on the society. So they should be able to learn the negotiation skills, empathy, as well as they have to be flexible enough in working in groups. So then, of course, if it is so, who are the innovative educators? Am I innovative enough? Am I good enough to prepare the future blood of the nation, global citizens, in order to prepare future generation? Am I competent enough? So, being a teacher educators, what must do we have as skills, as competencies? We need to be much more advanced than that of the learners. You know, very interesting incident occurred yesterday when I was having a discussion with the Bulgarian students. It was like 12 midnight yesterday. We had different sessions. And this just a boy from grade 5, just 10 years, no, 7, 12 years. They say they start schooling at the age of 7. So this boy of just 12 years, he asked me, what is the best university in your country and what is the world ranking of it? Imagine their thinking, the way they think. We are far behind. So, we being educators, it is very essential that we have a thorough understanding about the global industries, communities, societies, constantly evolve and adapt to meet the new set of challenges, such as preparing students for an evolving era of increased complexity, automation, and hyperconnectivity. It is crucial for those working in education to engage in their role at the forefront of this change. Mostly, we know that. Some old educators, they are resistant to change. But if you are resistant to change, the system automatically will kick you off. So in order to survive, you have to be ready for the future. But you cannot forget the present. What are the subjects? What are the skills the students learn? The generation Z and generation Alpha, they are born with technology. With regard to technology, they are much more advanced than that of us. They talk about Python, programming languages like Scratch or Arduino. What software do you use for programming language? Say, just a click of a button, they can travel throughout the world. So, in our case, we need to open up the windows as we are building up the future generation with the innovative pedagogies, with the theories, with practical work, especially STEM activities, which are in high demand in the today's society. What are the subjects that are in demand in the world market? If you don't address their requirements, we are lagging behind. We need to plug into the global views, global ideas. Well, how can we bridge the gap, the school and the work, if you don't try to address the gap? Then what is the point in our education? We need to think of the economy-based education. We need to address the job market. Otherwise, once they finish schooling, there will be no job. And what will happen at last? They will rebel against the government. In our education system, we have free education, free medicine. So we consider it as an investment, but if the youth who are seeking for jobs and there's no job market, they will curse us. They will be having tamashas against us. So being educators, we should try to expand our capacities in order to address the needs of the 21st century, to address the Z generation. For that, let us work hand in hand as a group of global organization. Thank you so much for listening to me.
Wonderful. Thank you, Dr. SUJEEWA, for such an inspiring and such a meaningful discussion, the presentation. As very rightly said, we as educators have to walk with the kind of changes happening around us today and take the students with us, because as you rightly said, it's a global world, global village, right? They have information at any point of time with them. And when you are dealing with such an educated crowd, I think as a teacher, we have to really gear up and ensure that we are always ahead of them. Now, we have a very, very wonderful and beautiful personality with us. Can I call upon Professor Dr. Queen Elizabeth Lucas, the author, inspirational speaker, and entrepreneur, a mentor, and a global advisor from United Kingdom. who's the chief guest of our event. May I request you to kindly start your session?
Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Let me express my gratitude to respected Pradita Madal, who has given me the opportunity to connect with you and also to be sharing the platform with the great distinguished speakers and panelists this morning. I think we're still in the afternoon. Also, I want to express my gratitude to you, Dr. Sheila MISRA,
Thank
Head
you.
Manager, and the New Horizon College of Engineering. Thank you so much in India. And all the distinguished board of members and organizers of this great event. I can see my lovely, lovely, and beautiful and handsome people here. Professor Nadia, nice to meet you. Um, Dr. Rania, nice to meet you. Dr. Tracy, I love to start my opening with socializing because some of them I've met before and some of them I've never. So if I've not mentioned your name, I still respect you and welcome you here. So we are all special, we are all leaders, and we have one goal, and that is to make a change in our education system. All protocols observed, ladies and gentlemen, the key and guest speakers, and all the panelists. All congratulate to all our awardees as well. And then the theme of this international summit and award ceremony is Innovative Educators, Key of Future Education. And before I move forward, Malcolm X, which I like to quote every time when I'm talking about education, says, education is our passport to the future, for tomorrow belongs to the people who prepares it today. And that is exactly what we're doing. But we still need to ask ourselves, are we ready to learn new skills? Are we ready to move forward? And are we ready to make a difference in our education? Former President of USA, Barack Obama, also stated, and I quote, "Change will not come if we wait for some other person or some other time. We are the one we have been waiting for to make this change, and we are the change that we seek." We are here gathering together during this summit because we want to learn, we want to develop ourselves so that we can give the greatest and the quality education to our children. We want to make a difference and we want to make a change. And that is why we are all here. But one person cannot make a change alone. We all have to do it together as a teacher, mentor, professors, and even the student as well. We need to collaborate together to make a change in education. Change is needed, especially in this modern world of technology and digital. I hope you all agree that with me. Change is needed. If we want to make a change, we have to first of all be ready to renew our mindset. Without renewing our mindset, we cannot transform, we cannot make a difference, and we cannot make a change in the education system. So what is this mindset? Mindset is when you store information, when you change your fixed mindset to growth mindset. Because the way we do things, especially after this COVID, has changed, and we need to adapt to that change. So for us to adapt to that change, all these negativities, we need to rise above it and change it to positive. But are we ready to renew our mindset? This is the time to change our "I cannot do it. I'm too young. I'm too old. It's so difficult. It is not possible." This is the time to stand up and say, yes, we can. And we can do it together. We can change it. We can change our mindset. We can change how we see things. And we are ready and we can adapt to that change. Are we ready to renew our mindset, to transform our leadership, our education, and even our professionalism and our personal life? Are we ready? To make a change, we also demand us to take action. We need to continuously learning. Like I always say, leaders are learners because they develop themselves and getting better every day. So when we keep on learning, we keep on renewing our mindset. We keep on feeding ourselves with positivity to build ourselves up and say, yes, we can adapt to it. Look at it, every one of us. We are facing this computer now, sharing our motive together. The good part of it is that I don't know you all. Some of you I've never met, but this technology brought us all together. That is what we call change. And is it possible? Yes, it is possible because we can make this change. I am not here to say too much because I want to relax and listen to other people. But before I go on, I would like to say something, if you can permit me. I hope I won't spend much of your time. The journey of life is process. It has to be step by step. This message is for all of us and for the students that are hanging around. The students, ourselves, the leaders, the teachers, the professors, we are all making a progress. We all need to make a change. We all need to stand together and make it work. So first and first, to make a new life, we need to take step by step and reposition ourselves. What do I mean by reposition ourselves? Maybe some of us were used to classroom alone, or we are used to, like where I started, only pen and paper. But now, most of the things we do, we've channeled it to technology. And that is what I'm talking about. We reposition ourselves to adapt to the new change, to the new norms, so that we can progress together and move forward and move our education system forward. We need to turn our situation around from adversity, from adversity to opportunities. Yes, all of us from all over the world, we faced that pandemic, but we are still standing, because I always say this: when there is life, there is still hope, and hope for tomorrow. So because we are still alive, we can move on and we can work together even better than before. So that is why we have the power. We have what it takes to turn every situation around. The students are looking up to us. The children are looking up to us. We are the role model. And what we present to them is what they will receive. And that is what that will make them to move forward and learn more from us. We are the role model. So how we take action and how we do things, they are watching us. And that is why we need to understand that we have the power to change and we can adapt to change. Opportunities will come And we need to also encourage the children to say, whatever they're going through now is just for a moment. This pandemic, yes, it took almost 1 year, but it's getting over now. Very soon we will all celebrating that pandemic is over, and then we can continue to work together. Yes, we all go through it, but we can make a change. That I'm preparing our mind, because we're talking about technology here. We're talking about digital. It's not going to be easy for some of us, but what will make it possible for us, and when we determined to change our mindset, to change our thinking, to change our attitude towards change, and to make a difference. I don't want to say too much. Let me just quickly round up and say this. Are we ready? Looking at all my great leaders this afternoon, are we ready? The power is in your hand. The greatness is in you. And yes, you can make a change. So I welcome every one of us as we continue this conference and also celebrate with all our awardees. And I want to congratulate you, because by the time we finish this summit today, our knowledge has increased. Our power has been full, and we are ready together to make the change. So thank you so much for this opportunity to come together, reason together, share our views, learn from one another, learn from our researchers that are doing a great job out there, learn from our pupils as well, because everything is new to them. So we are learning from them how we can move them forward, and they are also learning from us. Are we ready to make this change? And yes, we can make this change. Yes, we can. Thank you, and God bless you. Dr. Elizabeth Lucas from United Kingdom, the founder of Yes, You Can International.
Thank you so much, Dr. Elizabeth, for such a motivating and thought-provoking address. Thank you so much. And as you rightly asked and said, are we ready for the change? And I think, yes, all of us gathered here today on this platform are the indicators that we are ready for the change. We have adopted it, and we are marching ahead for the purpose of building the entrepreneurs across. So thank you so much for your time and sharing your thoughts with us.
Thank you. Thank you.
Moving on, we have a very, very special guest with us today from the organization Indian Space Research Organization, which is driving the space initiatives of India. And it gives me immense pleasure to welcome Dr. T.P. SASIKUMAR, former scientist, Space Application Center, ISRO, Ahmedabad. So we are waiting to hear you, to listen from you, the words of wisdom. Over to you, Dr. T.P. SASIKUMAR, sir.
Namaskaram, SHEELAN MISRA. I don't know from where did you get my contact, because just now I heard Queen Elizabeth mentioning a lot of names. Most of the time I keep meeting all these people in different platforms. But somewhere, somehow, somebody took my name, and thank you for that. I congratulate all the awardees. The Yuva incubated K.I.T.E.S is a new platform. I never heard about it. But yesterday when the call came, I was parallelly Googling to find out the activities, and I found that the leaders of this great innovative idea of innovative educators are doing a good job. Connecting people and hearing somebody who is from Sri Lanka, who was into education, and saying that it is almost 25 years. Yeah, good. Nice to be into education for long years. I am not a teacher or educator in your format. I don't have a graduation in education. I only wrote a book on adaptive learning. It says your pedagogies and practices need to be adaptive to the situations. And when I say adaptive to the situations, most of the people started talking about the 21st century. It's a foolish word to be used in education because industry can go maybe 100 years change. Education should be much faster, number one. 20 years of century would have been slower, but 21st century is too fast. You cannot use the same century scale. It must be decades you have to speak. So I don't speak about 21st century today. I only speak about third decade of 21st century. So I call it as I'm a speaker of 3, 2, 1. I'm not a 21st century speaker at all because I move very fast. I always love to see, and I pathetically should tell teachers are the most slowest people in the world because any change they take very slowly. I am saying this because I have seen from Fiji to United States of America. That means I have seen the whole globe. Pacific Ocean to Indian Ocean, this side and the other side, including UK. Probably Sri Lanka I have not reached, but I have seen a lot of teachers from Sri Lanka who are coming to India to study from institutes like KILA, including administrators, all the collectors. I spoke to most of them and I did a pure survey of whole Sri Lanka. Every bridge and roads are known to me for specific reasons in which I am working. So I am a satellite person who looks at without the boundaries the whole globe. So I'll tell you what is not happening, whatever I am doing today in space department. Most of you are educators. I don't know how many of you have seen a scientist working. What they learned in the classrooms are all useless. Whatever you teach in classrooms are never used in a job which they do. I keep making fun of telling that you are a zoology teacher, not even cutting chicken or mutton or fish, they use their zoology knowledge. So what is essentially required? It is told in the website purely in the, I'm so happy to see the website, the Yuva IncubatED, beautiful name, and the name of the organization like K.I.T.E.S. I'm so happy to see the quotations which talks about the Subhashitam, which is very famous in India. Vidya Viveko Vijnanam Smriti Tatparata Kriyaha Ya Yasyatai Shad Gunastasya Na Sadhya Madi Vartade. Nothing can achieve if you don't have Vidya, knowledge, Vivekam, logic. Okay, Vijnanam, science, little bit is being given in classrooms. Memory cannot be given. Those who have, they will understand. Those who don't have, they don't understand at all. And readiness, attitude is nil. Most of the time what education does is they keep or kill their attitude. That is what is happening in today's education. Except I'm talking about Indian situation. I know most of the best. I've been in America and then students used to come to learn from me. So I have some experience of, I've been to UK. I spoke to students in UK. And ability to function, real life situations are never taught in classrooms. It's only theoretical and it needs to be changed. Is it lack of innovative teachers? It's not. The system do not allow them to change. In India, last year is considered to be a great change, innovative change in education, and people say new education policy. And I must have given hundreds of lectures in different, not in school education alone. I work with the UGC, University Grants Commission, who is controlling the higher education. I was director for teachers education in the highest education in India. And I keep talking to most of them. Sometimes I quote what is being told soon after independence in India, and you compare what is today being told in the new education policy, you see policy based nothing is different. What is different is the way in which is implemented to get diluted. That is what is happening. So what is to be done? It is not the system. It is not the government. It is not the industry. It's all in the hands of teachers. And we keep saying all that 6 qualities which is required to say, that will work only when you have Udyamam, Sahasam, Dhairyam, Buddhi, Shakti, Parakramam, Shadhede, Yatra Vartande. These 6 qualities are required. You need to have a good planning. Planning is not what is must. Jump into action. We lack into action. That is what is happening. People keep talking about innovation. You don't require to be great innovators. I'll tell you, even in higher education, when we have a dissertation or thesis, most of them are not innovations. They're all hooked up to get a degree. So it is not innovation. Slight improvisation is good enough. And I must have taught millions of teachers, and hardly we see 1 or 2 teachers who come back to us to learn better. See, I know that I'm speaking a little faster now, but I don't know how many of you will come back and ask, oh, what did you say? Do you have any question? If you do this in an industry, definitely they will come back. Teachers, they don't come back. When I go to industry to teach, I carry a lot of my books because they buy books. Teachers, no. You go to the best principal's room, you will see only trophies behind because they believe in awards, not in education. Only one school probably out of thousands where I have seen books behind them. And they say, I adore you because I'm seeing books behind you. Because most of the teachers believe becoming famous is much more important than getting knowledge. It is not. If you can change one person, I keep saying we have a great speaker who was Swami Vivekananda, who spoke in the Parliament of Religions 150 years back. I keep telling he is not great, his teacher is great because the teacher made him like that. It is not teacher, it's the mentor who made him like that. So what is required? You need to get a good blessings. And how do you get it? You need to be a good leader who understands. And we don't make a country is not changed because of, see, in India, probably we have 8.5 million teachers. Do you think at least 85 of them are innovative? I will fall on their feet, I'll tell you. The whole world has got 62 million teachers until 2 years back. Now, you know, for last 2 years, it has become 30% extra, 50% extra, almost 94 million. Can you imagine? The education has become the biggest business in which the product is never evaluated perfectly. You give only certificates. After every program, you get certificates. Education has become only giving certificates. And especially in India, we have 5-year-old child getting into a school, and up to 20 years, 15 years, they are being arrested into the walls of rooms. They don't see the world at all. Engineers are never exposed to a factory. I remember 15 years back when I wanted to teach an engineering college, I got trained myself going to different factories to look at how the machine works. I don't know how many engineering teachers. I keep telling an engineering teacher who is teaching electrical engineering never can repair their own electrical machines at home. So what practical ability the teachers have? And you mean that they will give practical teaching to the students? I pity them. See, there is a concept in India called masters in higher levels. And Acharya is the greatest level. Who is an Acharya? People will look at somebody saying, oh, I am seeing a great teacher, let me follow him. Why he becomes he gets followers? Because he is a practical teacher who does what he says. I have not seen mathematics teachers solving math. I am a mathematician. Basically, my degree doctorate is in mathematics. It is not solving mathematics is important. How fast you will solve mathematics is important. How do you make mathematics so simple so that everybody can understand? No, that will come only when you have questions. I keep going to students with a lot of equipments. When I teach teachers, I show them. See, this is a square, only 4 feet perimeter. I can just test it and make a circle and 2 pi r. How many of you have visualized it like this? I don't see. I'm a scientist, basically turned into a teacher. So what do we do is innovation. People keep on talking about innovation. Bharatiya Shastram, education goddess is Saraswati. And Saraswati's husband is Brahma. And Brahma is one who is the god of research. So always it says research and education should go together. But how many teachers do research? They only reproduce. They don't produce knowledge. They have become only a recorded version, mugging up and then speaking. Stupid. If teacher cannot be that, I'm sure if you are going to deliver what is there written in the textbook, never do that. You have to be somebody who is beyond the textbook. So I am not a person who use PowerPoints, because I remember I wanted to give PowerPoints maybe 10 years, 15, 20 years back. When I started, I used PowerPoints. Now I don't do that. I use powerful points. And that powerful points which comes from people who speak just beside me. So if I listen to two people, that's good enough for me to direct what I have to speak. So I'm not pre-prepared. What is innovation? Innovation is you be with the time, change very fast. I'm a mentor. And I don't teach subjects. I teach how to learn. You give me a student who don't like maths, physics, chemistry, languages. I will make him to love that subject. So I'm a marketing person for education. I write all my books are called Life, L-I-F-E. I keep saying L-I-F-E, life is live in full enjoyment. And life is learn in full enjoyment. And learning is an investment for future earning. Don't talk about education which gives you job. Education is not for giving job. Education is a big character for human being. No dog will give lecture, no dogs will listen to this. So if somebody is listening, that you are a human being. So what is the character of education? Education is who collects data and then give it to the next generation so that people can get it. So I am an educator. Ahara nidra bhaya maithunani samani chaitani nranam pashunam gnanam naranam adigo vishesho gnane bihina pashuvisam. Gnanam is knowledge. Only human beings have the ability to gain knowledge. Aharam, food, nidra, sleep, bhayam, the worry, and maithunam, sex. All these are common for everybody. But human beings have a great ability to learn something extra. And if you are not learning, you are not a human being. And people started selling it, saying to get a job, you should learn. Bharatiya Shastram, Indian tradition, also kept saying that you should have knowledge to get job. But that is called avidya, not good knowledge. What is required is savidya, how to live with the society. And we keep talking about EQ, IQ, all these are not. We have fivefold development: physical, intellectual, emotional, social, spiritual. How do you become analytical, logical, reasoning ability, and how logic can be used in solving your practical real life problems? I loved that word, or maybe the company who is named as K.I.T.E.S. I remember in a movie, one of the movies from my regional language, Malayalam, the actor says, children have to be brought up like kites. Allow them to fly as much as they want, but always keep the thread beside you. Have a control, and so that you can direct them in the right place. So teachers and parents should only play the role of directing them, but no freedom is given to students. Education, job market, education for educators, education for administrators, education for entrepreneurs, business. What for? From age 3 to grade 3, we talk about a lot of changes in education last 2 years which happened. Age 3 to grade 3, the young child who is supposed to be socially active, they become totally inactive. We have not given anything to them. See, we have ignored the young children who are supposed to be, no online education catered to them perfectly well. So what has happened? They lost their life. And you will see the effect of this psychology. I'm a psychotherapist. You will see the effect of this when they become teenagers. Today morning, I was talking to the Namibian students. Today is an African day. I don't know how many of you know it is Africa's Industrialization Day. And how many of you know that today is Universal Children's Day? And I arranged a program as part of my foundation, which is called the Social Craft Foundation, who is talking to different countries, not advertising too much. Find out a few children, 100 of them, 10 of them, who can communicate with me directly to understand what is the real life problem, and I can change somebody there, make a change in those people. And if I can do that, I'm doing a great service. So I was talking to students from Namibia to find out what can be done. World Social Craft Foundation is organizing. Today, soon after that, now after 1 hour, I have got a program which is called Music Gathering. So we have international people joining from different countries, Brazil, Argentina, Africa, India, all of them are singing together. You see, it's all part of education. But that education should be totally informal, not textbook based. See, basically, we have got schools for parents. Most of the private institutions are for parents because their demand is it has to be like this. Government institutions in India, most of them to give jobs for many teachers so that it is a good employer. That's it. For students, we don't have schools at all. I don't know how many of you know that India celebrated November 11th as the National Education Day. And that was on the birthday of Maulana Abdul Kalam Azad. And he was not an Indian at all. He took birth in Makkah, Saudi Arabia. And his mother was from Afghanistan, shifted to Bangladesh. And he was our first education minister in India. And he started the University Grants Commission. He started the first NIT managed in the center of India. And he was never educated in schools. He was a home educated man. Is it not a great message from India? We had the greatest academician who visioned the Indian education, who never went to classrooms. And still we do. All the students in India are kept in classrooms up to 20 years. I will tell you, if that is not compulsory and put them into like a jail in classrooms, India will progress much better than any other country in the world. Because everywhere, evolution happened, change happened only with the youth power. And that youth power is being unnecessarily kept inside classrooms. And we have a great poet from Kerala who says, at the age of 15, after 10th grade, children have to be thrown to the street. Let them come back after 2 years to find out whether they want to learn or not. That is what is required. But I'm sure this will not happen because political system will not allow it. Teachers will not allow it. Parents will not allow it. So what do? We have an education system who cater to millions of teachers. But you know, in India, 3 times or 4 times larger private organizations are running how to improve the situation. And they are earning money. And what is being paid by parents and students in the private tuition centers is much higher than what is being spent by government in education. If that can be contributed to the development of the youth, development of the teachers, revamping the education system, I am sure that will happen, but this is a big business. I conduct a lot of camps in my hometown, which is a small house in a Kerala, which is 200-year-old house. What do? I bring children from different parts of the world and they spend a lot of time. And what do we teach them? Real life skill. How to wash clothes, how to garden, how to climb trees. You can see Dr. T.P.S. That's my name. Short name is Dr. Dr. T.P.S. Teachers, parents, students. Don't forget my name because I represent T.P.S. Teachers, parents, and students. Fortunately, that became my name, right? And what do we do there? We dance, we have music, we have cooking, we have drama, social skill. Task is given who comes from different part of the world to go around the village and talk to people and make 200 friends and come back from morning till evening. So where do I eat? You eat whichever house, wherever they give. That is relationship building. We don't believe in having people only for selfish. No. We have a role, we have a goal, we have a value. If you can balance it, you become very fit for the practical world. And that definition with a good attitude is what is required for people. December 5th, maybe next 2 weeks, if everything goes well, I'm sure I'm in a garden in Hyderabad to have Vanabhojanam. Vanam means forest. Eat in the forest is a celebration in India. Because this month ends with a lot of living with the farm. I tell people to come to the such farms, and many of the MNC companies, international company people started working home. I keep telling, don't work from home, go to farm and work. Don't make all the company people to work from home. Ask them to go to farm, work for some time physically, and you become so flexible. And that is what is education. Education requirement is to make people flexible. And if you can do that, I'm sure you as an educator who is wetting your hands, doing work, you will be able to become good teachers. But I am sure teachers, whatever he happens saying, this book I wrote 15 years back asking teachers how to become digital. No takers were there. 15 years back, nobody wanted to learn this digital education. But now today, last 2 years, Professor COVID, thanks to him, he made all the teachers at least to present PowerPoint on Google Meet. That's it. And don't think that is innovative education. Innovative education is not a PowerPoint presentation. How many of you know Google, augmented reality? How many of you know how to use artificial intelligence in teaching? And the other day I was giving teachers training program and then people said, is it that simple? I said, it's very simple. Beside you, you want a tiger? It's very simple for you. So you have to become adaptive to the technology, but don't think that you are making a lot of difference, because what Bharatiya Shastram, Indian tradition told is what is having a good mentor to teach. We had two people, Duryodhana and Dharmaputra. I'm sure these characters are not that new for Indians, but others it may be. Come back to me, I'll teach you a good lesson. So it says we have the largest war which happened in the world history, two wars. One is Ramayana and another one is Mahabharata. These two are the epics, mythological epics in India, in which I will only quote probably the Mahabharata, which have got same family members, Duryodhana and Dharmaputra, they are the fighters. They studied from same school, same teachers taught to them. So it says, teachers cannot make good people and bad people. And there are two good people and bad people fighting. What difference it made? One had a bad mentor, another had a good mentor. That is why people remembering this person is very good, Dharmaputra is very good. Dharmaputra means a person of virtues. Adharmaputra is a person of no virtues. So I'm sure this changes. And before that also we had, Rama was upset when he was a teenager, 17 years, he said, my father is not at all good. So immediately what he did was he was sent to a psychotherapist, and that psychotherapist made him very good and come back. He was the mentor. I remember in my book, Life Made Simple, I said, at 3 years age, you ask a child who is the best person in the world, they will tell my LKG teacher, primary teacher, nursery teacher is the best one in the world. When they become 15 years, you ask them who is your enemy, they will show the teachers and say they are my enemies. Their parents are their enemies. So what is that education we are providing? We are not even making to love their own family. So it needs to be revamped, but not a policy, at least a few good teachers. That makes the whole world different. I was given time up to 6:35. The first message was 6:20 to 6:20 to 6:40. The second message was 6:15 to 6:35. I wish some question from somebody. All seminars, I think only lectures happens. I believe lectures should not happen, but I have to, because you never know who is this buffalo. So I need to talk to you. But I wish one good question from somebody would make some difference in every conferences, right? Otherwise, it's only reading something, talking something, which you can also look at my YouTube. You will get more explanations on all the slokas what I already gave. Thank you. God bless you. Inshallah. See you somewhere. Ishwaranugraham undavatte. Ellavarkum nanni namaskaram for this hosting me, a unknown person. I don't think anybody knows here. Only I have seen few people here and there, but I'm so glad somewhere you picked up a person who is not as famous as great people who spoke earlier. Thank you.
Sir, thank you so much for such a wonderful session. In fact, the kind of questions we are asking and seeking answers for, you have given us the solutions for those questions. And yes, as rightly said, we are saying a lot of things in theory, but you have showed us the path to practice. I think your speech has opened our eyes and have also told us that how important it is for us to be more practical than just reading or giving lectures through the books. So amazing, sir. And in fact, I would like to say you have inspired us towards that be a change that you want to see in the world, as said by Mahatma Gandhi ji. So, sir, you are the change, and we have. It has been our pleasure and proud privilege to interact with you today. Thank you so much for your talk. Thank you. And now let's move on ahead with our next event, which is the panel discussion on innovative educators of 21st century. And I think let's leave it at innovative educators, maybe, because as sir rightly said, Why should we limit ourselves to the century? We should think of being practical eternally. And our esteemed panelist members are Ms. TRACEY from Nigeria, Ms. Vilma Da from Brazil, Ms. Shabna Mosi from Bangladesh, and Patricia Gonte from Zimbabwe. May I request Ms. TRACEY to kindly share your views? Do we have Ms. TRACEY here?
Oh, yes, I'm here. Can you hear me?
Yes, we can. Over to you.
Okay. Okay. Thank you so much. Thank you for this opportunity to be able to speak at this summit. It was really mind blowing listening to Dr. TP as he gave his take on education, and it went a long way to open our eyes to um, several things that are happening where education is concerned. I would equally like to add a few things. I see education to be um, the process whereby we're able to teach people to think critically and to think intensively in order to arrive at certain solutions. Now, Dr. TP made a statement. He says we shouldn't really buttress on the innovative educator. So I would like to remove innovative from my speech and just buttress on who and I feel an educator should be, especially in this time and age. I would like to talk about several characteristics I feel an educator should possess in order for us to be, in order for them to be productive in their fields of endeavor. Now, Dr. TP, I keep going back to Dr. TP because he said a whole lot. He mentioned a lot of things about educators, and he spoke about certain instances where we have educators who fail to improve, on who they should be in order to be able to give a better output to students. Now, when we talk about these characteristics for educators, first of all, I believe that an educator should be creative. An educator should be able to think outside the box. An educator should be able to harness and to nurture the creativity of their students. This is very, very paramount. I believe that an educator should be collaborative. Take, for example, what we're having today, the summit we're having today. We're having several people from different parts of the world coming together. And I believe that at the end of this summit, we would all be living with one vision which brings about uniformity. So if educators can come together to be collaborative in order to create a common vision, it would go very far. I believe that educators should be courageous. They should have that ability to embrace new trends. Yes, we've seen what is happening in the world today with online education that has become the norm. And just like the first speaker said, if an educator is not able to adapt to what is taking place in the world today, you get left out of the happening. So yes, an educator should be courageous with the ability to embrace new trends. An educator should be curious with the ability to be inquisitive, to want to learn more, to want to know more, to be open-minded, to have that mindset to embrace new changes and embrace new trends. Educators should equally be connected through access to the latest training programs in order to learn better, through community-oriented programs, whatever it is that will bring about a professional development. I believe an educator should be willing and be ready to learn more. An educator should equally be compassionate. Take, for example, what is happening with COVID-19. This has stressed out a lot, not just teachers, this is a lot of stress and pressure on students, and some of them are finding it very difficult to cope with education as it is at the moment. So if an educator isn't compassionate enough to be able to reach out to these students to help them through the process, it's going to be very difficult for not just the teacher, but the students as well. So I believe an educator should be compassionate. An educator should remain committed. They should remain committed to their a life ambition of being an educator by being passionate about what it is they're into, by conducting research, by being open-minded, by being willing to learn and to move with the flow. And they should equally realize that they are change agents. Educators are catalysts to bring about important changes. And when I'm talking about educators here, I don't just mean in the formal sector. I mean in the informal sector, because Dr. TP was talking about um, children we have today who only have the mindset about what happens and the four walls of their schools. And then when you take them out of the school, they find it difficult to be able to live up to life challenges. So when we're talking about this, the educators being change agents, is not just helping them in the formal sector, but equally in the informal sector and the other parts of life. So next, basically, I believe that this educator should have these 7 C's, which is being creative, being collaborative, being courageous, being curious, being connected, being compassionate, committed, and equally change agent. Yes, this goes a long way. And then this brings us to the students. Now we have a situation whereby um, through this formal education system, standard of education has become standardized and procedurized in such a manner that there's this uniform vision. So now students find it very difficult to break out of this zone. And then you have a situation like what we're seeing in COVID-19, where you come out and you feel your degree is going to do something for you, and then the world has turned upside down, and you find out that that degree is not your meal ticket to being who it is you're supposed to be. So I believe that this changes the system of education, and it comes to that process where we're not just teaching the children about education, but we should teach them about the capacity to be able to study and to self-learn for themselves. When they have the capacity to study, when they have the capacity to self-learn, it removes a lot of pressure from the students and enables the teachers to, it takes off a whole chunk of responsibility from the teachers, and it affords the students the opportunity to be able to think for themselves. Now, social media has made it very easy for students to be able to gather information, and I believe that that takes away that straight-jacketed approach. Students can be able to gather as much information as is needed through reading, and through gathering of this information, they can spend time feeding on information in order to identify the right information that is needed at any point in time. Now, when they're able to identify this right information, they can now create new content for themselves. The process of creating a new content brings about a development of their mindset. It brings about a development of their skill set as well. When they're able to create new content, it now gets to the process where they now be able to communicate this content. And this is another part of education, because I still believe that education should be in such a manner that it affects a child both intellectually, both academically, both socially, both emotionally, both culturally, and financially. Now, if a child is able to do these things I've been able to do, and I get to that process where they are able to communicate content persuasively, it means that um, they've been able to help themselves socially. Now, when they're able to communicate content persuasively through harnessing their social skills, and they're able to put themselves out there, then it gets to that point where when they get feedback, they will have the ability to make corrections with that feedback. And then this produces a situation whereby a child or a student is not just dependent on what is learned in the four walls of the school, but they are versatile, they're able to open their mind, and they're able to be able to fit into whatever it is they find themselves at any point in time. I believe that for the new situation that we found ourselves and in the future, I believe that teachers and students, the way of teaching should be changed. And I believe that with this point, situation should definitely be better.
All right. So thank you so much, Ms. Tracy, for sharing your wonderful views on the education and the educators. And may I now invite, and I also request all the other panelists to just, also mark the timing so that we can maintain the timings for all our later award ceremony as well. Over to Ms. Vilma da Luz Barbosa, English teacher, Santa Catarina, Brazil.
Good morning, everyone. It's a great pleasure being here with you all. May I share my screen, please? Can you see my screen?
All right. So, Aman, can you please give the sharing options?
Just a second.
Can you check, Ms. Vilma? Is it enabled for you? Not yet?
Is it visible?
Yes, we can see it now. Yes.
Thank you so much. So today let's talk a little bit about innovative educators, the key of future education. What should we do as teachers to have a better future for education? First of all, we have to open up lessons. So we can teach anymore today just inside the limit of our classrooms, inside the walls, just using books, as some of our colleagues said, because students want more than that. Today with technology, they want more than just come to classes and listen to the teacher and complete the exercise that are on the books. So we have to provide that for them. We have to create a different kind of activities in order they become more active, in order they become more confident and willing to learn. And the second and most important thing, we have to think outside the classroom box. What is that? In a traditional way, some years ago, the way we were taught, teachers were in front of the classroom and students were sitting in a row, learning, listening to the teacher, and the teacher was the center of the knowledge. But today, with technology, students know much more than us about many, many things. So we have to teach in a different way. We have to find ways to bring them more motivated, because if they are just sitting in their chairs for 3, 4 hours, 5 hours, they won't be motivated at all, and that will be boring for them. So the teacher has to think outside the box. It has to create different kind of activities to motivate the students. Here it was an activity for Halloween, and my students were supposed to bring pumpkins to learn how to carve pumpkins. And then some people were asking me, Vilma, what are you doing? You teach English. What are you doing with this pumpkin thing? But I was teaching them about culture. I was teaching them about how to deal with different things, and they were motivated. They were practicing their English, but they were also doing different kind of activities, and it makes them really motivated. And another important point is we have to get personal. What is that? We have to learn about our students. It's really important that we listen to them, that we care about their feelings, that we care about their problems if they have some problems at home, because sometimes they come so exhausted to our classroom that they are not able to learn what we are supposed to teach them. And then sometimes we have to stop everything and listen to them, listen to what they are thinking, listen to what they are willing to learn, because sometimes we teachers, we just have our plan and then we get to classes, we are there ready with our books. So today I have to work from page 10 to page 18. It doesn't matter if they are tired, it doesn't matter if something is happening to their lives. So we have to get it personal. We have to learn about our students. And something that I like doing, I like to stop my class sometimes and ask about my students, how their week was, how was the day. And then when we stop and talk about their lives, they realize that I care about them. They realize that I am worried about their personal lives, and they get much more motivated because they know that I am there for them, not just for teaching the content that is on the book. And another way to motivate them is to recognize their efforts. if we recognize, if we tell them that we are happy with the thing that they have achieved, they will become much more confident and ready to learn. And something that I like doing that is really important is get real with projects, because we have to teach beyond the books. So create projects where students can learn for real, where they can do things in their community, with their family members, with their colleagues. Here we are working in a project, international project, empowering a woman. So as I said before, I teach English, but I love teaching them about the SDGs, and I love teaching them that they have to care about people, they have to care about the environment. And here we prepare a Queen Day for this lady. She's from a very poor community, and she is very active there, helping others. And then we, as we were working with the empowerment project, we managed to make a day for her, and then she was transformed. And it was really beautiful listening from her at the end of the day that she was feeling alive again, that she was feeling that she was a woman, because she hadn't been feeling like that before. She wasn't taking care of herself. And after we worked with this project with her, she was feeling empowered, and then she was taking care of herself, and then she was being a model for her community. And the most beautiful thing was that my students could realize that they were making a difference. And teaching these days is about that. We have to teach our students that they should be a difference in someone's life. They are not just there in class, just acquiring knowledge. They have to learn where to apply the knowledge that they are receiving. And with projects is the best way. Doesn't matter what is the topic you are working with, but working with projects is really interesting and making them more motivated, and brings better education. And another important thing is expect students to be teachers, because students have lots of knowledge, and we teachers, we have to accept that. Sometimes they know much more than us about technology, for sure they know, because they were born with cell phones, yes. And then if we don't know something about that, I think there's no problem that we ask our students how to do that. And when they realize that teachers don't know everything, they become more motivated, because they realize they are important as well. And they become really happy. They are teaching and helping teachers. So my students prepare some projects where they are supposed to search about something, about topics, and they are supposed to teach others. And then they become more empowered, because they are learning and they are teaching. And when they are teaching, they become happier to learn, and they realize they are able to do anything they really want to, because they are there teaching. They are part of the learning, not just the teacher in front of them. Because no kid is unsmart. Every kid is a genius at something. Our job as teacher is to find it and then encourage it. This is from Robin Sharma, and I like it so much. And help teachers and expect teachers to be students. As I said before, there's no problem, teachers, that when our students ask about something, if you don't know about that, don't lie that you know about that. Don't fake that you know, because we are learning every day. We are improving ourselves every day. And when our students realize that we are worried about learning more, that we are worried about improving ourselves, it makes them motivated to learn more as well. Because some teachers think that they have to know everything, and they don't accept that students sometimes know about things more than they do. When teachers accept that they have to learn every day, they have to improve themselves, they become better teachers, and they bring innovative things for their students, what makes the learning better. Give the opportunities to your students to show what they are able to do. Here in an international conference, my student is singing. It's really important that we as innovative teachers, that we try making our students the center of the learning, and then we have to empower them. Here, this student, she sings really well, but she was really afraid of that. She was shy in the beginning, and she wouldn't sing in class, but she has a beautiful voice and she loves doing that. And then I encouraged her to sing in class at first, and later she was in international meetings singing. And this girl in particular, she has been going to the psychiatrist, and she has many depression problems, and I'm always worried with her. And I realized that bringing her to these international projects, bringing her to projects, showing her that she is able to sing, that she is beautiful, that she draws really well, that she can be an inspiration for other girls and for other kids. She became empowered, and today she is there talking English and singing in front of lots of people, and she's not worried about being ridiculous or something like that. And it's really important that we as teachers, we have to do that. We have to empower our students because they are the center of learning. And if we are teachers, we are there because of them. Then empowering them is the most beautiful thing that we should do. We have to show our students that they are able to do anything. As I teach English, I've been working with international conferences, and my students are there talking English, communicating with the world. And this is one of the skills for the students. We have to teach them how to communicate with the world, because English is there. But some people ask me, what about the ones who don't know English? Then we have to teach them how to communicate with their communities. We have to teach them how to communicate with their families, because most teenagers, mainly, they are stuck in their bedrooms all day long, all night, and they don't talk with their families. And we as teachers, we have to teach them how to communicate. We have to teach them communication skills, and then they will be able to communicate with their families, to communicate with their friends, and they will be able to express their feelings. And with this, we'll be preventing suicide or something like that. And then it's really important that we teach them how to communicate. We have to show them that they are able to communicate. Measure what really matters. So as teachers in classrooms, are we teaching our students to be ready for life, or are we just teaching them how to fill up exercise in the books? This is something that we have to be worried about. We have to teach our students to live the future. We have to teach our students how to communicate, how to worry about the environment, how to take care of their families, how to take care of their parents. We have to teach them life skills. We have to teach them much more than just math and Portuguese or English and science, just completing exercise on the book. We have to teach them beyond that. Where will they apply what we are teaching in class in their lives? This is something that we have to worry about. Unfortunately, most teachers are not worried about that. They are just worried about getting to class, giving their 1 hour classes and leaving the classroom. After that, they are not teacher anymore. They are teachers just inside the classroom. And this is really sad, because we have to teach our students for life, not just for the hour that they are in our classrooms. Another really important thing is work with families, not just children. When we bring teachers, students, and parents together, we are able to achieve a better learning. So if we bring the family together, we can have our students will learn more, because family has to be into their learning. From school, they learn math, Portuguese, science, but from home they are supposed to learn about cooperation. They have to learn education. They have to learn respect. And when we put this together, the knowledge from school and from family, what we have, the result is outstanding. So always bring parents with you. And the last one is to power the students. We have to show them that they are able to do anything they want to. We have to show them that they can do whatever they want, but for that they have to study hard, they have to work hard and try their best. If we empower our students, if we show them how to believe in themselves, they will be able to do that with their families. They will become better students. They will become better son and daughter, and then they will have a happier family. We have to teach our students to believe in themselves, to communicate with the world, to communicate with the world, to communicate with their families and friends, and we have to empower them to love what they have, to love their family, to love the abilities and capacities they have. When we empower students, showing that they are intelligent, that they can do marvelous things, they become more empowered, and the learning is much better. And last but not least, teach them to believe in themselves. This is the most important thing. But first of all, in order they believe in themselves, teachers, we have to believe in them. First of all, we have to believe in ourselves, that we are there for a reason. We have to love what we do. We have to love teaching. We have to love being with them, because kids realize if you are there just because of the payment, or if you are there because you love them. And that makes the difference, because when you love what you do, what you say, what you do is felt with love. You transmit love outside. And then this is really, really important. Believe in yourself, love yourself, and your students will believe in themselves. They will love themselves. And then a better learning will be created. And then for sure we will have a better world through education. That's all from me. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Ms. Vilma, for the wonderful sharing. And as you mentioned, teach the students for their life skills, to believe in themselves, and not only for the exams. And I think, yes, then we have set a very good path forward for them. And the kind of methodologies that you have discussed are amazing. I'm sure everybody who have listened to you has benefited with the kind of sharings you have done today. Thank you so much. Now, we have two more panelists with us who will be sharing their views. And we have exactly 10 minutes to move on towards award ceremony also. So can I request our speakers to just maintain the timings around 5 to 6 minutes for the speech. Over to Shabna Mostri from Shared Leadership, who is a Shared Leadership Coach, Assistant Professor, Stanford University, Bangladesh. Do we have Ms. Shabnam there? I'm unable to get any response from Ms. Shabnam Mostri.
Sorry, can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you now.
Sure. Thank you. Actually, I'm having poor network here, so I'm asking pardon to everyone. And I'm really indulged with Vilma's presentation. What a nice presentation. She provided us with great tools. So I just want to share one or two techniques what I normally uses with my students as a coach. So actually, we all know better. We have to think about out of box, or we have to do something different. So what I actually do with my students, before sharing that, SHEELAN said that we have to be careful about time, and I think that I have only 5 minutes. So may I ask 1 minute from all of you to think that you all have a window. Okay, we all have a window in our room. So just take 30 seconds to think about what you are seeing in your window and write down on chat box if it's possible to all of you. Then I also can see the beautiful scenario from all of you. Okay, so is it possible? We have only 20 or 25 seconds to write down what we are seeing in our windows normally.
Participant can text their responses.
Yes.
I think you'll spend 30 seconds to look at the window and outside.
SHEELAN, is my screen is visible?
Yes, it is visible now, Shabna. Yes.
Okay, that's great. That's great. So I have just given you only 30 seconds to draw or write down the words what you are seeing from your video. I think we can. So simply, what I want to share with you that we all have different caps, and we should changes our caps into our classes. Sometimes we have to be coached, like we don't need to be judgmental that why our students don't know anything. We should unlock their potential, and we should be sometimes being their friend, because netizens, millennials, these are really they're like jelly, very soft but melted anytime. So sometimes we have to be their family because they haven't much time with their family, so they haven't grown up with very good interest to indulge in classroom. And lots of the time we have to be the storyteller, because they all have in their hands, in their slides, they have Google in their pockets. So we have to create the story motion to create their attraction. Sometimes we have to be researcher that why our students isn't responding with our assignment, why they are thinking it's tough. And then we have to be the academician. But lots of us are just focusing only to be the teacher. We think that we have to teach them, we have to work with them, only pass the exam. But we are here to shine their path actually. So sometimes we'll be the Ibn Battuta, the explorer, to know our students. Sometimes we have to have the cap of Sherlock Holmes, what I'm missing. So we have to be observer. And normally I'm starting with my class with check-in, like what you have a good memory in last weeks, what is your favorite movie, what is your favorite ideal. So it's sort of ice breaking, 10 to 15 minutes. It's helped me to create a good relationship with my students. They are happy to share their views, and after those aha moments, happy moments, they are indulging in lesson. Their eyes was melting, and I tried to present the story, like when I shared the management, I always presented what are the story of F.W. Taylor, what was his contribution, and after learning his story that he has to serve or fight in court to establish his method, so this gives them interest. And we have to build up their connection. So sometimes we are putting their research or anything. So I believe that our assignment should create more connection actually. So these three things I want to share with you actually. Always try to start with ice breaking, 5 or 10 minutes. It's really helpful for me, because in my university, my students, they are lots of different minds. Someone like chatting, someone having quarreling his family, or having fight with his girlfriend. So they don't have interest to say. So you all know better. So you all have different kinds of ideas or magic in your hands. That will be easier to create the bond. Then you'll see the magic. They will be involved in classes. try to take the challenges. And after the classes, give them some guideline or path. So I think I have already passed my timeline. So have a happy class, happy learning, and happy burden actually, because as an academician, we know we are involved in 24 hours job. So we haven't any rest actually. And each day our students changes. So we have to change, we have to adapt. So happy learning, happy education, educators, and always share your beautiful minds with me. And after creating my speeches, I'm going to read your works and see your walls. Thanking all of you.
Thank you so much, Sabnam, I mean, for such a vibrant thought sharing and reminding us the multiple hats that we wear all the time and we should wear all the time, depending upon what is that can drive our students in the best possible manner. Over to our next speaker, the next panelist, Patricia Gonde, educator from Harare, Zimbabwe.
Hello everyone. Sorry, my network is a bit bad. Maybe I can just switch off my video and then share.
We can hear you, Patricia, and we can see you as well very well. Please go ahead.
All right, it's okay. So I wanted to share my PowerPoint presentation. It will make my presentation quick. Then am I able to share something? Okay.
Are you able to share, Patricia?
Yes, I'm trying. Let's see what happens. But what I'm going to talk about, thank you so much for all the speakers that spoke today. We gained quite a lot. It was very insightful, very informative information from Dr. Elizabeth, Dr. TPS, as you said, Dr. Then Vilma and Tracy. So I wanted to talk about adapting as an innovative educator, adapting your teaching to the different teaching styles and methods that we can have. Unfortunately, sorry, I don't know what's happening. If I manage to share, then I'm going to share. So as a 21st century teacher, you have to adapt your teaching styles. Look at the practices that you have been doing before based on the needs of the students in your class. Based on the needs of the students in your class. I am at a primary school. Some people call it an elementary school. We look at the needs of the children, and then that's when we have to adapt our teaching styles to suit each and every student in the class. Because the children that we have in the class, they are unique. So I was going to share my PowerPoint presentation. I had an acronym, ADAPT. We have to adapt. If we need to change our growth mindset, like what Dr. Elizabeth said, we have to adapt. So for the first A for adapt, I wanted to say that you have to create an engaging classroom, engaging content in your classroom. Let me give you an example of what we are doing in our schools here in Zimbabwe. I hope you can all hear me clearly. For our children who are leaving primary school schools, normally they used to be tested on the theoretically, but then we have children who are underprivileged, we have children who are in schools in the remote areas of our country. So to base their exams on the theory part of it, it was unfair for them. So that's when we introduced what we call continuous assessment for learning, whereby the children are going to come up with projects which are relevant to them, and they use the resources that are in their areas and come up with projects which are now assessed. So at least they've got a mark for the project and a mark for the assessment. I think I am sharing now. Thank you. I was on this one. I hope you can see what I am sharing. So we have to adapt our teaching styles based on the needs. So I was looking at creating engaging content. That's where I was explaining about not only theoretical, we don't test our children not only on theoretical, but also on practical things that they do for their national examination. So for you to create that engaging content for the students, you have to reach out to all your students. I was happy when Louise was sharing, when she said you have to get personal. Look at how the children are feeling and look at their problems. So what I do early in the morning before the children come into the class, we have our own way of greeting. When we were doing online learning, we were using emojis. How are you feeling today? Someone will put a sad face, someone put a happy face. You are appealing to their feelings in the classroom, and then that's when you will say, why are you feeling sad today? So you have to reach out to all your students. Then, as a teacher, you have to build a trust with those students. And then by trusting them, you are putting the responsibility of learning where it belongs to the student. So how do we make it engaging? How do we make our learning engaging? We have to make it more meaningful. You connect with your students the previous knowledge that they have and connect it to what you want to teach that day or that week. And then we move away from the teacher-centered method and you relinquish your control and make the students own their learning. I think most of our speakers talked about that one. And then how also do you make it engaging? Then you collaborate, you make the learners collaborate. There are so many ways of collaborating, the group work, there's homogeneous grouping, there's ability grouping. It depends with the needs of the child in the class. Now I move on to D. To D, it means differentiated instruction. When you are giving instruction, it has to be differentiated instruction to meet the needs of each and every child in the classroom. Ensure that the children get the best learning experiences. Moving away from the teacher-centered approaches, the drilling, but using modern methods of teaching. Then I was happy also when Louise talked about awarding. As a teacher, you have to celebrate the creativity of students. You have to harness and nurture their creativity in the classroom. I'm going to show you some pictures later of how I did that as a teacher. Then move on to A, because we've got a few minutes. Appropriate use of technology, but we have to make sure that this appropriate use of technology or access of technology is accompanied by effective teaching. Normally technology is already embedded in the classroom when you are using the smart board, when you are using the tablets. So make sure that it is accompanied by effective teaching. And there are some authors who have said that we are in the distraction age. Make sure that whatever the children access online is age appropriate. As a school, as teachers, you can control that using different software. And then as a teacher, innovative teacher, technology is not only the end, but it is the means to empower any learner to become their best. I hope you understand what I am saying. And then number 4, our P form adapt means you have to use a problem-solving technique. We are moving away from the lecture methods. You are moving on to having children who are critical thinkers. You are moving on to children exploring more in the environment. Yes, I am teaching about the life cycle of a butterfly. Why not let the children go and maybe do a project on about the life cycle of a butterfly and come up with different projects which they can explain themselves. In our classrooms, we have engineers, we have doctors, we have teachers, we have presidents in our classrooms, but we are not able to reach out to those children. It needs a passionate teacher to impart those problem-solving skills. And that's why Dr. Elizabeth was saying, let us be change agents. Changing from the inside, we have got our internal drives. Inside and outside, we go down to external demands. But as teachers, let us be positive, let us motivate our students, let us be committed. And we want to produce what we call lifelong learners. And also in the process, we are learning. Then we move on to the teaching styles. The teaching styles should vary because in the classroom, we have got children who are unique. We have children who are what we call auditory learners. They can learn only through listening and following direction. You can only get this when you know your children in the classroom. There are some children whereby they thrive when you promote learning through interaction. They are not auditory learners, but through interaction. And then there are some children who thrive because through empowerment, which we call it the delegating style. So we've got the directing style, which is promoting learning through listening and following directions. Then we've got the discussing style, which promotes through interaction, like what we are doing now. We are interacting and learning from each and everyone all over the world. Then the delegating style, whereby children learn through empowerment. So I'm just going to show you the practical problem solving. This is a boy there. They are learning about making water clean. You just give them the topic. Then they go and research at home. In this way also, it's a teaching style which we call the flipped classroom. I give my children a topic in the classroom. They go and do it at home, and then they come back to report to the classroom. So they took themselves pictures of each and every stage on how they made their water clean. And by doing, it's embedded in their mind. They already know that if I want to make the water clean, I use a water filter. So they were using different resources in the environment to make the water filter. Then for You have to make education meaningful. If you look at those children, they were presenting a certain country in Africa, which was Ghana. It's meaningful to them. They go and research and come up front, and they are using what we call the discussing style. There's interaction. Someone tells us how they take care of their babies. Someone is singing. So you make education meaningful. That is what we call engaging the children. Then if you look at that one, we were talking about the pandemic. And then we asked the children to go be creative. And then that child, you can see what he made himself. The coronavirus, how does it look like? So he was reporting there. And then how do we make ourselves safe in a school? We use sanitizers. So he was explaining. So we make it more relevant. That's how we make education relevant. And then lastly, like what Nelson Mandela said, education can change the world. Look at that child. We were talking about, it was what we call the Cancer Day. So these children went and designed their posters. Some were doing poems, some were singing. And then you can tell that this boy is giving hope to those who are suffering from cancer. How is he doing that? By making that poster. So this is what I wanted to share with you on how we can make, how as teachers, how we can be innovative teachers. I hope you were able to understand how I was explaining. Thank you so much, our organizers, and thank you so much, educators from all over the world. Over to you, Nanny. Over to you, ma'am.
Thank you so much, Ms. Patricia, for such a wonderful session and your thoughts. I'm very thankful to all the panelists for bringing out such an interesting discussion on the topic Innovative Educators of 21st Century. And now we come to the most awaited part of the session today, the summit today, which is our award ceremony. And to start with, it gives me immense pleasure to start the session to start the process of the award ceremony. And before we move on to that, let me just let you know a few things about K.I.T.E.S. The K.I.T.E.S education is first of its kind, unified access portal that brings together educators and entrepreneurs from different parts of the world to build a nurturing ecosystem, as all of you are witnessing, that enables them to empower their students with innovative and entrepreneurial skills. K.I.T.E.S Wisdom Awards is a flagship event of K.I.T.E.S education and is specifically for those who have supported the mission of K.I.T.E.S and Yuva innovated the mission of empower educator for holistic development of the students. It is a recognition, appreciation, honor, and felicitation to all the educators for tireless efforts they're making every day to raise the bar of innovation in education. The purpose of these awards have been to acknowledge and recognize innovative educators who are contributing to the growth and development of the country silently, to bring forward educators who are role models and can inspire many other educators to excel in the journey of innovative education. So the awardees today are among the list of those educators who are becoming the role models in their own respective communities. Aman, can you move on to the awardees list? And very rightly said, education is a passport to the future. And I think we are the visa issuing agency? We are the enablers who will help these students to take those passport with them and do very well in their lives. So I welcome you all to the ceremony of K.I.T.E.S Wisdom Award. We wholeheartedly congratulate all the awardees of Yuva Mentor as Changemaker Award. Can I also request the awardees, when their names are coming, to switch on their cameras, please, and be on the video. Hearty congratulations to Dr. Nayan Prakash Gandhi, the youth activist, international trainer, writer, media columnist, and academic researcher, an ex-state advisor, Government of Rajasthan, UNSTG Global Practitioner, Kota, Rajasthan, in the recognition for outstanding contribution in the field of innovation and entrepreneurship. Hearty congratulations to you, Dr. Nayan Prakash Gandhi.
Thank you so much, ma'am. Thank you so much, all of you.
Thank you, sir. Dr. Manjeet Kaur, the Associate Professor of Chandigarh University, Mohali, Punjab. Do we have Dr. Kaur here? Congratulations for being recognized as a Yuva Mentor as a Change Maker Award.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Dr. Vignesh Venkataraman, the Associate Professor, KPR Institute of Engineering and Technology, Coimbatore, Tamil Nadu. Congratulations on Yuva Mentor as a Change Maker Award. Moving on, Dr. Anisam, the Director of AMET Innovation and Incubation Center, Associate Professor, AMET University, Chennai, Tamil Nadu. She has been awarded with a Changemaker Award in recognition for outstanding contribution in the field of innovation and entrepreneurship. Hearty congratulations, Dr. Sam. Dr. Twinkle Kumar Sachin, Assistant Professor, SRCASW, University of Delhi.
Thank you so much.
Dr. Kaushik Mukherjee, Associate Professor, HOD Faculty of Management Studies, University, Satna, Madhya Pradesh. Congratulations on being recognized as a change maker, Yuva Mentor. If awardees wish, they can switch on their videos and can present few words. So those awardees can let me know. I can give it a pause that time. Dr. Pradeep N.E., the Associate Professor, Sai Vidya Institute of Technology, Bangalore, Karnataka. Hearty congratulations to you, Dr. Pradeep, on the award of Yuva Mentor as a change maker. Hearty congratulations. Dr. Afsana Rashid, the Assistant Professor, Media Education Research Center, University of Kashmir. Congratulations to you on the award as a change maker, Yuva Mentor Award. Dr. Amit Kumar Marwa, the Professor and Mentor, Acropolis Institute of Technology and Research, Indore, Madhya Pradesh. Hearty congratulations to you.
Thank you. A warm good evening to everyone from India, and thank you so much.
Congratulations, Marwa sir.
Thank you so much.
Thank you, Dr. Amit.
Thank you.
Dr. Anju Arya, the IQAC Director and Dean R&D, Shri L.R. Tiwari College of Engineering, Thane, Maharashtra. Congratulations to you, Dr. Anju, being recognized as a change maker, Yuva Mentor Award. Then, yes, Dr. Balakrishnan Subramanian, the Professor and Head, Sri Krishna College of Engineering and Technology, Coimbatore, Tamil Nadu. Hearty congratulations to you.
Yeah, thank you so much, Yuva and Manish ji. Thank you.
So as you all can see, we have
congratulations, Balakrishna sir.
Thank you,
mentors,
sir. Thank you.
educators
Thank you
from
very much.
across India, from all the different states, and I think Yuva actually represents true India, you know, and bringing the educators from different parts of the country and the world. Hearty congratulations, Dr. C. Ram Kumar, for the outstanding contribution, and you have been awarded as a change maker. You are mentor. Dr. C. Ram Kumar is a professor, Dr. NGP Institute of Technology, Coimbatore, Tamil Nadu. Hearty congratulations. Dr. D. Unika, the Associate Professor and Head of Commerce, Petition College of Arts and Science, Coimbatore, Tamil Nadu. She's been awarded as a change maker, Yuva Mentor Award. Congratulations, Dr. Unika. If you're hearing us, can you move on, please, to the next awardee? Dr. Jalaja Enamala, the Associate Professor, CBIT, Hyderabad, Telangana, has been recognized as a change maker. Presented the Yuva Mentor Award. Hearty congratulations. Dr. Joe Sanak, the Associate Professor, KCG College of Technology, Chennai, Tamil Nadu. Hearty congratulations to you, Dr. Jose, for being awarded as a change maker Yuva Mentor Award. Manit, please let me know if you would like to continue. The next awardee is Dr. Lily Ramesh, HOD and Professor, St. Joseph College of Engineering, Chennai, Tamil Nadu. Hearty congratulations, Dr. Lily. The next awardee of Yuva Mentor Award is Professor Adit Jha, the Assistant Professor, Vivekanand Global University, Jaipur, Rajasthan. Congratulations, Professor Ajit. The next awardee is Dr. P. Ajita, the Dean Academics, Science, KG College of Arts and Science, Coimbatore, Tamil Nadu. She's been awarded as a change maker Yuva Mentor Award. Hearty congratulations. And now our next awardee is Dr. Ravi Shankar CV, the Principal in Charge Professor and HOD ECE Sambram Institute of Technology, Bangalore, Karnataka. Hearty congratulations, Dr. Ravi Shankar, on the recognition as a change maker and the Yuva Mentor Award. Professor Anil Kumar Singh, who is an Assistant Professor, Sant Baba Bhag Singh University, Jalandhar, Punjab. Congratulations, Professor Anil Kumar, on the Yuva Mentor Award as a change maker. Professor Alif Banerjee, Assistant Professor of Management Studies at Meghan Saha Institute of Technology, Kolkata, West Bengal. Congratulations on the recognition as a change maker, the Yuva Mentor Award. I should wholeheartedly thank Yuva IncubatED K.I.T.E.S for organizing such a wonderful gathering and such a wonderful ceremony to recognize the contributors, the entrepreneurship contributors. Dr. Shashank Shekhar Raut is our next awardee. Congratulations, Dr. Shashank, on the recognition as a change maker Yuva Mentor Award.
Thank you, ma'am, and congratulations to the whole team.
Wonderful. Thank you. This is me. I am from Bangalore, heading the management
Really
studies.
feeling proud to say that, ma'am, should I say something about you?
Congratulations, ma'am.
Congratulations, Sheelan.
Yeah.
Thank you. Thank you. Congratulations. So,
Tons of congratulations to Honorable Dr. SHEELAN MISRA ji, who is doing working very tirelessly for UM. Yeah.
Thank you. This is an opportunity given by Yuva, and in fact, it's a great pleasure for me interacting with all the great educators like you, who are tirelessly working towards stabilizing this ecosystem further. So that's the energy that we get from interacting with each other, and my pleasure. Thank you so much. Moving on, Dr. Sheetal, Associate Professor, Northwest Delhi. Congratulations, Dr. Sheetal, on the recognition as a Change Maker Yuva Mentor Award.
Thank you so much, ma'am. Thank you.
Dr. Shweta Tiruchandru, Assistant Professor, Sri Satya Sai Institute of Higher Learning, Anantapur, Andhra Pradesh. Hearty congratulations, Dr. Shweta, on the recognition. Dr. C. Kanagaraj, the Assistant Professor and Head of Department of Biotechnology, Coimbatore, Tamil Nadu.
Thank you, Sheelan. Thank you, Sheelan. Thank you for your group for giving the wonderful award. This is the way of encouraging to us to interact to others. Thank you all.
Wonderful. And I also see all of us coming from different specializations.
Congratulations, Kanagaraj, sir.
Different
Thank
fields.
you, Nayan. Thank you. Thank you.
So maybe any one of us have those students who want to work in that area of technology. Maybe we can connect, we can post the message in the group and can take help of those experts for our student startups in that area.
Yeah, sure, Sheelan.
Thank you. Moving on. Dr. Kiran Kumari Patil, Director of Reva University, Bangalore, Karnataka. Hearty congratulations, Dr. Kiran, to you in the recognition as a Change Maker Yuva Mentor Award. Our next awardee is Dr. R. Priya Tarshini, Associate Professor, Ishuri Engineering College, Tamil Nadu. Congratulations, Doctor. Dr. Somnath Tigale, the Associate Professor of Sweris College of Engineering, Pandharpur, Maharashtra. Hearty congratulations on the award as a Change Maker, Yuva Mentor Award. Dr. Umar Raman M., Professor, St. Peter's Institute of Higher Education and Research, Chennai, Tamil Nadu. Congratulations, Dr. Umar, being awarded as a Change Maker Yuva Mentor. Dr. B.B. Mathi Purani, the Assistant Professor of International Business, PhD CAS, Coimbatore, Tamil Nadu. Hearty congratulations, Dr. Mathi Purani. Professor Hari Bhushan, the District Coordinator, Jammu and Kashmir Entrepreneurship Development Institute, Jammu. Congratulations on the recognition, Mr. Harish. Then we have Javed Sheikh with us, who has been recognized as a Change Maker Yuva Mentor Award, who is the Chief Executive Officer, Biho Farm Incubation Center at NIPER, Gandhinagar, Gujarat. Professor Jitendra Patel, the Assistant Professor, Marketing and Entrepreneurship, Prestige Institute of Management and Research, Indore, Madhya Pradesh.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you for giving me this
Many
award.
congratulations, Jiten sir.
Thank you, Yuva team, for giving such an opportunity, and we are very hopeful that with the vision of self-reliant India, which our great Prime Minister has given us, and all over the world, entrepreneurship is very much needed, as well as sustainable development, which is one of the very core area, is needed to be recognized. And I again thanks Yuva for giving all these opportunities, as well as all credit goes to Dr. Nayan, Dr. Shaleen, Manish Gaur sir for wonderful coordinations, and this ecosystem has become really an international platform where we can all collaborate and bring up all the entrepreneurship idea with us. And as you have said, ma'am, we are from different areas, so this is also one of the very wonderful thing. I again thanks everyone. Thank you very much for the award.
Thank you so much, Professor Jitendra. Thank you.
Jiten sir, about Jiten sir, I would like to say something. Sheelan ma'am.
Please go ahead, sir.
I am audible?
Yes, you are audible.
Yeah. Actually, this is proud moment for all of us that one of the prestigious member of our Yuva incubation, and he's from prestigious institute. So that's a great. So Jiten sir, it's a proud moment for all of us that we have to learn that how we can become a prestigious member for any organization. And you are you already very experiential from that one of the top-notch institution of your MP state. So it's a great. So
sir, it is our institute which gives.
Lead in the team and learn each other.
Yeah, very true. I agree with you all the things which you have said. It is our institute which has given us the bound and the power to connect with the people. And as well as, you know, sir, our prestige has always been associated with our humbleness. The more humble we are, the more reachable we are to the people, the more good it is. So this is my word, and this is what I basically say all to my students. As well as we need to embrace the failures. This is also one thing which is needed to be bring in the Indian ecosystem, that we don't embrace failure a lot. As an entrepreneur, we need to embrace the failure, because there are some ideas which cannot work, and this is how basically the things are. Thank you once again, sir.
Definitely, because it's all credit goes to our most humble and very kind person who are very innovative in his approach, Honorable Dr. Manish Ghosh sir, who is leading the team in a very effective manner. So that is the result, and we can see that like a productivity that converting into a very boosting energy of all of us. So Manish sir, if you are here, we are very thankful to you.
Yeah. And your accessibility and availability is also very wonderful, sir. Yeah. Thank you.
Yes, that is very true, and that is what in my interaction with him says. Now moving on, because our other bodies are just waiting for their names to be announced. Professor John Amos, the Assistant Professor, KPR Institute of Engineering and Technology, Coimbatore, Tamil Nadu. Hearty congratulations on the award.
Congratulations, sir. Congratulations.
Congratulations.
Can we have the next awardees? Yes. Professor Katyayani Jasti, the Professor of Innovation and Entrepreneurship, Shri Padmavati Mahila Vishwavidyalaya, Madhya Pradesh. Congratulations to you, Dr. Jasti, for being recognized as a change maker, Yuva Mentor Award. Professor Krishna Gandhi P, the Assistant Professor in Nanda Engineering College, Erode, Tamil Nadu. Hearty congratulations, Professor Krishna Gandhi.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you very much.
Professor M. Gunashekharan, Assistant Professor, Sulamalai College of Engineering, Madurai, Tamil Nadu.
Yeah, I'd like to thank K.I.T.E.S Yuva Incubator and Yuva Innovator for creating such a platform for innovators. And also I'd like to congratulate all the awardees of this night. Once again, I thank...
Many congratulations, sir.
Congratulations, sir.
Yeah. Congratulations, sir. Congratulations, sir.
Moving on, Professor M. Vivek Kumar, the Project Associate and Head of Innovations, Shri Ishwari Ignite Startup Accelerator, Coimbatore, Tamil Nadu. Hearty congratulations to you, Mr. Vivek, on the recognition as a change maker and Yuva Mentor Award. Mr. M. Ritvik, the Research Scholar, Geetam, Srikakulam, Andhra Pradesh. Congratulations on the recognition as a change maker. These awards are powered by Yuva IncubatED and K.I.T.E.S Education. Our next awardee is Professor Mercy Matthews, the Assistant Professor, K.E. College, Kottayam, Kerala. Congratulations, Professor Matthews. Professor Minashi, the Assistant Professor, Dr. B.R. Institute of Technology, Port Blair, Andaman and Nicobar Islands. We have Professor from Andaman and Nicobar as well. We are very happy to see you. Hearty congratulations on the award as a change maker, Yuva Mentor Award. Mr. Saurav Karmakar, CEO, Infinos, TEDx Speaker and Indian Chapter Chair, Space, Renaissance International and Lunar Mission 1. Congratulations to you on the recognition as a change maker, Yuva Mentor Award. Professor N. Vishnu Sakravarti, the Assistant Professor, Sri Ishwar College of Engineering, Coimbatore, Tamil Nadu. Hearty congratulations on the award. Our next awardee is Professor P. Prasant, the Assistant Professor cum Assistant Director, EDC, City University, Ludhiana, Punjab. Congratulations on the award as a change maker, Professor. Moving on, Pankaj Krishnath Jadhav, Entrepreneurship Coordinator, AP Shah Institute of Technology, Thane, Maharashtra. Hearty congratulations to you, Professor Pankaj. We have Mr. Pankaj Kumar, the IPR Coordinator and Assistant Professor, IS deemed to University, Jaipur, Rajasthan. Congratulations on the Changemaker Yuva Mentor Award. Professor Pavan Kumar E, the Assistant Professor at Sai Vidya Institute of Technology, Bangalore, Karnataka. Hearty congratulations.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you, ma'am. Thank you for this award, and I'm thankful for the K.I.T.E.S and your mentor. Without the support of family, we cannot achieve any innovations. The backbone of our family is like my wife, Shilpavati, my daughter Prajwalita, and my mom. So innovation always starts with the mind of peace. Okay. So I'm thankful for the Yuva to give an opportunity for me. Thank you very much.
Professor Dr. Anirban Das, hearty congratulations on the recognition as a Change Maker Yuva Mentor Award. Professor Arbin is a professor of University of Engineering and Management, Kolkata, West Bengal. Mr. Rajiv Gupta, IIC and ESEL leader and assistant professor, Acropolis Institute of Technology and Research, Indore, Madhya Pradesh. Congratulations to you, Professor Gupta.
Thank you very much, ma'am. Thank you very much, ma'am, and thank you to Dr. Amit Kumar Marwa to motivating me to join K.I.T.E and giving this opportunity. Thank you.
Congratulations,
Many congratulations to you, sir. We together
sir,
can bring positive change in ecosystem of Madhya Pradesh.
Sure,
Many
sir.
congratulations.
We will do. Thank you, sir.
Okay.
Now two iconic have been from MP, Prestigious and Acropolis. So congratulations.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. Sorry, that's why I'm not. Yeah.
I think Sheelan ma'am has disconnected. No problem. Congratulations, Rajkumar sir.
Okay, now we have congratulations to the Assistant Professor Rajkumar Ji, IEDC Nodal Officer, Nehru College of Engineering and the Research Center, Tiruswar, Kerala. Thank you, sir, for your recognition as a changemaker in the Yuva Mentor Award. Next slide, please. Okay. Now we have the Assistant Professor Roshan Kishan Bonde, Dr. Barasav Ambedkar Technological University, Londre, Maharashtra, for your recognition as a changemaker in the Yuva Mentor Award. Thank you so much, sir.
Thank you, madam. I will wish to work with Yuva Incubated and K.I.T.E.S Education in future. Thank you.
Thank you so much, sir, for this award. Next slide, please. Now we have the lecturer Sanskar C.K. Ramakrishna Polytechnic College, Coimbatore, Tamil Nadu, in your recognition as a changemaker in the Yuva Mentor Award. Thank you, Sanskar C.K. sir, for this award. Next slide, please.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you so much.
Now we have the Assistant Professor Sweta Misra, Innovation Ambassador of the Institute, Sri Aurobindo Institute of Pharmacy, Indore, Madhya Pradesh, in your recognition as a changemaker in the Yuva Mentor Award. Thank you so much, Sweta Misra, ma'am. Now we have the V. Harinath, ED Cell in charge Marusri Engineering College, Hyderabad, Telangana, in your recognition as a changemaker in the Yuva Mentor Award. Thank you so much, sir. Now we have the assistant professor, Bippalapalli Vikas, assistant professor in Greenwich, Hyderabad, Telangana, as your recognition as a changemaker in the Yuva Mentor Award. Congratulations, sir. Now we have the assistant professor, Bishnupriya B. Thank you so much, sir. Thank you so much, ma'am, for your recognition as a changemaker in the Yuva Mentor Award. And Bishnupriya, ma'am, is from the Koknadu Arts and Science College, Coimbatore, and from Tamil Nadu. Thank you so much, ma'am.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you for this recognition. I thank entire Yuva team for this award. Thank you, ma'am.
And now we have the Aswari Siposkar trainee LNT Mumbai, Maharashtra as a recognition for your outstanding contribution in this Yuva Mentor Award. Thank you so much, ma'am. Next slide, please. Now we have the Dr. Arindam Kumar, educator, JMDPL Mahila College, Madhubani, Vihar, in your recognition for your outstanding contribution in this Yuva Mentor Award. Thank you so much, sir.
Thank you very much.
And now we have the Dr. Mario C. Lucario, founder and the chairman, Leadership in Education, Academy and the Development, National Capital Region, Philippines. Thank you so much, sir, for your recognition for this Yuva Mentor as a Changemaker Award.
Congratulations, Dr. Mario.
Congratulations, Dr. Pavani Vairika, Principal, Jadeswari School of Learning, Hyderabad, Telangana. Thank you so much, ma'am, for your recognition as a Changemaker Award in the Yuva Mentor. Thank you so much.
Thank you, ma'am, for this honor. Thank you.
Next slide, please. Now we have the Dr. Rania Lampao, Global Educator, STEM Instructor, Greek Ministry of Education and the Religious Affairs, Directorate of the Educational Technology and the Innovation, Athens, Greece. Congratulations, ma'am, for your contribution in the Yuva Mentor Award as a change maker. Congratulations again. Ma'am, if you want to share something, you can share. Okay, now we have the Dr. Sudha Arbin, Professor of the CMR Technical Campus, Hyderabad, Telangana. Congratulations, ma'am, for your recognition for this Yuva Mentor as a Changemaker Award. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much, K.I.T.E.S Education and Yuva IncubatED, Yuva Innovator team. Thank you for providing such a wonderful platform to interact with such eminent speakers and personalities and try to mentor our own country students with the different states. Really, it was a great experience to mentor as a jury member. Thank you very much once again, K.I.T.E.S Education and Yuva Incubator for providing this opportunity. Thank you.
Thank you so much, ma'am, for encouraging in our K.I.T.E.S Education. Next slide, please. Now we have the Edward P. Mondal, Adjunct Professor, Founder of the Principal and the Chief Learning Evangelist at Global Academy of the Holistic Leadership and the Coaching INC and the CEO, Prerona Television Canada, Edmonton, Canada. Congratulations, Edward, sir, for your recognition as a changemaker in the Yuva Mentor Award.
Thank you very much. Greetings from Canada. I'm very humbled, and I congratulate all of the awardee, and also thank you very much, the organizer. Thank you for your leadership. Thank you for making be a change agent. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, sir, for encouraging the K.I.T.E.S. Next slide, please. Now we have the educator Irom Usharani Devi from Manipur, Ananda Singh Higher Secondary Academy, Imphal East, Manipur, as your recognition for outstanding contribution in the field of innovation and the entrepreneurship. Thank you. Congratulations, Irom Usharani Devi, ma'am. Thank you so much.
Okay, so I'm back now. Sorry, my internet had some problem and I dropped off. I hope all of you can hear me.
Yes.
Yes, ma'am. Yes. And our next award as a change maker goes to Ms. Minmaya Rana, educator from Kathmandu, Nepal. Hearty congratulations, Ms. Rana. Preeti Gupta, the educator, Ideal Coaching Academy, Mumbai, Maharashtra. Hearty congratulations to you for
Thank
the
you,
great.
ma'am. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Professor Iqbal Ahmed, Director Training Collaboration and IPR Cell, Acharya Institute, Bangalore, Karnataka. Congratulations to you, Professor Ahmed, on the Changemaker Award. Professor Mohammad Shahriar Parvez, CEO and founder, Independent Perception and Research Hub, advisor and professor, Bangladesh Tourism Research Institute, Bangladesh. Congratulations, Professor Parvez, on the Yuva Mentor Award.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. I'm being honored, and uh, also thanks to K.I.T.E.S and Yuva for creating these kinds of international webinar. And this is very useful and helpful for the education related issues. And I all the time I saw all the important talks actually said the international educators and professors. So thank you so much, and I'm feeling honored. Thank you.
Congratulations, Professor Parvez.
Many congratulations. Yeah, many congratulations, Mohammed Parvez ji. Welcome to you, especially from India, all of you.
Moving on, we have Professor Nata Redkovic, the Faculty of Economics, Business and Tourism Split, Croatia, Hrvatska. Congratulations, Professor Redkovic, on the recognition as
Thank you very much. I'm really honored and grateful. First, I want to thank to Mr. Manish for this great opportunity, for this great platform, Education K.I.T.E.S. Thanks from the bottom of my heart to the K.I.T.E.S Education, to Yuva, especially for our great colleague Pradipta. And I want to congratulate to all international speakers, all speakers, professors from India, and I'm really happy that we have a platform like this and that we can share our knowledge and that we can be great and big change makers. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Professor Nata. And I've also noticed you have been us since the beginning of the program and your video is on throughout. So you are one among those people here today who have been throughout the program with us. Thank you so much and hearty congratulations.
Thank you.
Our next awardee is Professor Pradipta Manthal, Assistant Professor, Saroj Mohan Institute of Technology, West Bengal. Hearty congratulations, Professor, on the recognition as a Changemaker Yuva Mentor Award. And we have a lovely lady, Professor Queen Elizabeth Lucas. We had her today in our session, her wonderful thoughts on change, an author and inspirational speaker. Congratulations, Professor Queen Elizabeth. I'm not sure if she's there with us now. I think she had another meeting. Hearty congratulations to Professor Lucas. Our next awardee is Professor Ruben Garcia, another great person who has been with us for the program since beginning. Hearty congratulations, Professor Ruben, on the recognition as a Changemaker Yuva Mentor Award.
Thank you very much. Thanks, Yuva Mentor, and thanks, K.I.T.E.S, for this award, which enhances my commitment to continue working for education worldwide. Thank you very much. Heartiest congratulations for this great event. Greetings from Peru.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Professor Ruben.
Congratulations,
And
Professor Ruben.
our next awardee is Professor Dr. Dragan Jovanov, the Faculty of Agriculture Sciences and Food, MPD, academician, researcher, scientist, humorist, agroecologist, phytotherapeutist, Macedonia. Hearty congratulations, Professor Jovanov, on the award as a change maker, Yuva mentor. Our next awardee is Professor Suhas Gajre, the Professor and Dean of Incubation at Shri Guru Gobind Singh Ji Institute of Engineering Technology, Nanded, Maharashtra. Congratulations, Dr. Suhas. Mr. Sudarshan Loya, Innovative Educator, Entrepreneur, MS Mechanical Engineering from Kansas University, USA. Hearty congratulations, Mr. Loya, on the recognition as a mentor, as a change maker. Our next awardee is Dr. Subhashi Chaudhary. She is a professor at Tier Shiksha Anusandhan, Dean to University, Bhubaneswar, Odisha. Congratulations, Dr. Chaudhary.
Thank you so much, ma'am. And to Manish sir and to the entire team of K.I.T.E.S for honoring me and bestowing me with this award. I aspire to contribute more and more towards this Yuva Incubator and K.I.T.E.S education, ma'am. Thank you so much for inspiring me.
Wonderful. Thank you so much. And I'm sure your contribution will actually will show the greater impact on the community. Congratulations. Our heartiest congratulations on behalf of all the participants here. Yuva incubated K.I.T.E.S. Congratulations to all the awardees. And I hope that you keep contributing in the similar fashion. And we also have with us Dr. Priya Trivedi, who is a professor, ComFeeders, Estate College of Professional Studies, Indore, Madhya Pradesh, who has been awarded as Yuva Innovative Educator Award. And congratulations, Dr. Priya. Our next award is Anu Buchelavan RS. He's Educator, Assistant Headmaster, Ulmagaon High School, Odalguri, Tamil Nadu. Congratulations, Professor, on the Innovative Educator Yuva Award. Over to you. Yes.
Thank you for this prestigious award to me. So thank you for K.I.T.E.S team and thank you. Nowadays, this kind of innovative platform is essential for us. So thank you K.I.T.E.S team and thank you Yuva Innovative. Thank you for all.
But we should say thanks to you, Professor, because you are at that particular level interacting with the school students till high school level and guiding and motivating them towards more of the enterprising, creative, innovative ideas. And I think that's a product which will come to the next levels of higher education. So you have a big responsibility and happy congratulations on this award. Our next award is Mr. Professor Aris Ali. Professor Catherine Nitya S., Educator, Loyola College of Education, Chennai, Tamil Nadu. Congratulations on the recognition as Yuva Innovative Educator Award. Ms. Devjani Mitra, the educator from Silver Bells Public School, Shamli, Uttar Pradesh.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you for this honor. Thank you so much.
Welcome, ma'am.
Many congratulations, ma'am.
Thank you, sir.
Professor Dhirendra Nath Barua, the Assistant Headmaster, Gulmagaon High School, Udalguri, Assam. Congratulations, Professor Dhirendranath Barua on the recognition as Yuva Innovative Educator Award. I think we have Mr. Dhirendranath with us. Would you like to say something? Okay, so moving on. I request the participants to please put themselves on mute. There's a lot of background noise. Yeah, thank you so much. Our next awardee is Dr. Abdul Salam Khan, the educator, MIT University, South East Delhi, in Delhi. Congratulations,
Yeah.
Dr. Khan, on the Innovative Educator Award.
Yeah, thanks a lot, ma'am. I have bind up my word with the couplet of the Urdu poetry. Napi abhi muट्ठी भर जमी आगे सारा आसमान बाकी. Thanks a lot to K.I.T.E.
Wonderful.
क्या बात
Very
है.
nice.
Abdul Salam sir, very congratulations.
Thanks a lot, sir.
Our next awardee is Dr. P. Srinivasan from Rathinam College of Arts and Science, Coimbatore, Tamil Nadu. Congratulations, Dr. Srinivasan, on the achievement of Yuva Innovative Educator Award. Professor Freya F. Norona, the educator from Government Multipurpose Higher Secondary School, Margao, Goa. Congratulations on the achievement. Ms. Ghazala Siddiqui, the educator from Brightest Rainbow Academy, Gwalior, Madhya Pradesh. Hearty congratulations, Ms. Siddiqui, on the achievement.
Thank you so much for this honor, and it's my pleasure to be a part of K.I.T.E.S team. And thank you, Manish sir, for always supporting me.
Thank you, Ms. Ghazala. Our next awardee is Ifat Varsi, the educator from Brightest Rainbow Academy, Gwalior, Madhya Pradesh. Congratulations on the Yuva Innovative Educator Award. Mr. Indrajit Sharma, educator from Bargulai Assamese Middle English School, Tinsukia, Assam.
Thank you, ma'am, for giving me this opportunity, and also I offer my heartfelt thanks to all the organizers to being this platform. Thank you.
Congratulations, Mr. Indrajit. Congratulations.
Congratulations.
Our next awardee is Janvi Sunil Pathankar, the educator from Individual Coaching, Nashik, Maharashtra. Congratulations, Ms. Janvi, on the recognition as Yuva Innovative Educator.
Thank you very much, ma'am. And I would like to thank Team K.I.T.E.S along with Yuva Incubated, and thank you, Manish sir, for giving this such a wonderful opportunity for we educators. Thank you very much.
And our next awardee is Mr. Julo D. Shira. He's educator from Thapa Basam Government School, Meghalaya. Congratulations, Mr. Shira, on the achievement of Yuva Innovative Educator Award.
Thank you, ma'am, giving me for the opportunity and K.I.T.E.S education. I want to congratulate all the speaker and awardees and greetings from Meghalaya. Thank you.
Congratulations, Mr. Shira. Our next awardee
Thank
is
you,
Mrs. Purima Deshmukh. She's educator from JSPM's Prodigy Public School, Pune, Maharashtra. And she's recognized with the award of Yuva Innovative Educator Award.
Thank you very much, ma'am, for this recognition by Yuva and K.I.T.E.S. Actually, on this Universal Children's Day, we are honored. That is a great pleasure. Thank you very much,
Wonderful. Our next awardee is Ms. Namrata Bobje. She's educator from Sikshankur, the Global School, Dehradun, Uttarakhand. Congratulations, Ms. Namrata.
Thank you so much, ma'am. Really honored. Thanks for all the appreciation and the encouragement. It means a lot. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Next awardee is Pradeep Sharma Bhurali. He's educator from Mohbanda Bagan LP School, Zorahat, Assam.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you, Yuva team, and thank you, K.I.T.E.S team. Thank you, and from Assam.
Congratulations, Mr. Pradeep. Our next awardee is Rashid Jamal Ansari. He is educator, St. Mary School, Rastra, Uttar Pradesh. Congratulations, Mr. Ansari, on your Innovative Educator Award. Moving on, our next awardee is Shubhi Sharma. She is also an educator from Bharati Vidya Bhavan, Vidhyashram, Pratap Nagar, Jaipur.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you so much for this award. And I would like to give thanks to Team K.I.T.E.S as well as Yuva Incubated. And one thing I want to say that I have learned lots of things from the Team K.I.T.E.S. Thank you so much for giving this opportunity for me. Thank you, ma'am.
Congratulations.
Congratulations, Shubhi ma'am, from Pink City, Jaipur. It's a proud moment.
Thank you so much, sir. Just because of your mentorship and also. Thank you so much.
Our next awardee is Sonatan Ghosh, educator from English Center, Ranaghat, West Bengal. Hearty congratulations, Mr. Ghosh, on Yuva Innovative Educator Award. It's great to see, the kind of great personalities that we have with us from school level to the higher education. Everybody contributing to the entrepreneurship awareness and education. Next awardee is Ms. Sridevi Kumbalingam, Principal in the English High School and Junior College, Tamil Nadu. Congratulations, Professor Sridevi, on Yuva Innovative Educator Award.
Thank you, ma'am. I like to say a few words. Actually, 7 webinar I used to attend K.I.T.E.S education is really a wonderful learning. Is an eye opener. Really is a social service minded oriented task that the Yuva Incubator and K.I.T.E.S education has done. I learned lot from your concern. Really, I learned a lot of innovative ideas. Thanks a lot for the team members and collaborative. I expect more in your program in future. Thanks a lot once again. As a kite used to fly far away. This K.I.T.E education is also brings all the innovators to the higher level. Thanks a lot, madam. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Sridevi, madam. Thank you. Moving on. Ms. Shuma Chaudhary. She's the administrator in Fantasy Kids Zone School, Vijayapur, Karnataka. Congratulations, Professor Chaudhary. Our next awardee is Vidisha Tiwari. She's educator, Sai International School, Cuttack, Odisha. Hearty congratulations on the award.
Thank you so much, ma'am.
Under the category of K.I.T.E.S Wisdom Award, we have Dr. Abdul Salam Khan, who is recognized for K.I.T.E.S Wisdom Award as well. Congratulations, Dr. Khan.
Yeah, ma'am. Thanks a lot, ma'am.
Thank you. Our next Wisdom Award goes to Sonatan Ghosh, who is educator, English Center, Ranaghat, West Bengal. Congratulations, Mr. Ghosh. The next Wisdom Award goes to Ghazala Siddiqui. She's educator, Brightest Radio Academy, Gwalior, Madhya Pradesh. Hearty congratulations, Professor Siddiqui.
Thank you so much, ma'am, for honoring me this award.
Thank you. Congratulations. The next award of Wisdom at K.I.T.E.S goes to Inam Usharani Devi. She's an educator, Anand Singh Higher Secondary Academy, Imphal East, Manipur. Hearty congratulations, madam. And the next K.I.T.E.S Wisdom Award goes to Dr. Anand Vardhan Tandon, who is the Professor of Mathematics, Rajasthan Government College Education, Alwar, Rajasthan. The next awardee is Dr. Ashok B. Gupta. Hearty congratulations, sir. He's from...
Thank you, madam. And I thanks to today's all awardees and organizer of today's events. And I especially thanks to Manish sir that Manish sir is starting a new path for our educators. Thank you once again to all and congratulations to all awardees.
Thank you so much, Gupta sir. Thank you. Our next awardee of K.I.T.E.S Wisdom Award is Dr. Rania Lampo from Global, who she's a global educator, STEM instructor from Greek Ministry of Education and Religious Affairs, Directorate of Educational Technology and Innovation, Athens, Greece. Hearty congratulations. The next K.I.T.E.S Wisdom awardee is Professor Nada Redkovic. Congratulations, Professor Nada.
Thank you, but I think that we repeat Professor Rania. We were before. Okay,
So-
but thank you. I will repeat again. Thank you, Mr. Manish. Thank you, Pradipta. Thank you, K.I.T.E.S Education, Yuva IncubatED. Thank you, Ms. SHEELAN, for this great session and for awarding all of us. Thank you.
Ma'am, this is not repeated. This one is the special award and surprise for all those who are working internationally and those who are working for the underprivileged students. So this one is the special award and given by without any intimation and without any announcement. So many congratulations to you and to the all persons who get this K.I.T.E.S Wisdom Award. So those are the special people who are working 24/7 for the students and for the betterment of the education. So this one is surprise.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you very much. And really, I'm honored and grateful to be here and to share knowledge and to learn with others. And really, thank you very much.
And our next K.I.T.E.S Wisdom Award, a special award, goes to Professor Ruben Garcia from University of Paraná de las Americas, Lima, Peru.
Wow, such an honor. Thank you very much for this another award. Continue enhancing the commitment for education worldwide.
Thank you so much, Professor Rubin, and congratulations. And the next K.I.T.E.S Wisdom Award goes to none other than Professor Queen Elizabeth Lucas from United Kingdom. Professor Dr. Raymond Shanoff, agricultural science and food, and the right system board. And the next K.I.T.E System Award goes to Edward Probate Montiel, a wonderful speaker, adjunct professor, founder, principal, and chief learning evangelist at Global Academy of Holistic Leadership from Canada. So hearty congratulations to all the awardees, and a great and a big thank you to all the educators who are helping in building the great citizens of their countries and definitely the great entrepreneurs as well.
I request to everyone, kindly please show their screen so that few screenshots can be taken of, especially request to international participants. Yeah, please show their screen. Yeah. 100 and 100 marks. Nada ma'am, Ruben sir, Manish sir, Gadla ma'am, everyone. Yeah, that's a great. Now screenshot can be taken. Yeah. Dr. Ashok sir is remaining.
Devla ma'am is with me. She is a kind of lifesaver when internet goes on. So every time.
Okay.
Happy team, happy family. All peoples are here.
Congratulations to all the awardees for this K.I.T.E education.
Thank you,
Actually,
Mr. Manish.
SHEELAN ma'am already have smiling. SHEELAN ma'am, you
Yes,
already have smiling in your face. But after providing award to every participant, to all members of our Yuva incubation, they are having smiling in their faces. So I wanted to see their smiles.
Wonderful, wonderful. Thank you, Dr. Nair. Your humorous way of expressing is beautiful, and this brings smiles to all our faces. If you see on the screen right now, everybody is smiling, and I think that's how Yuva Incubated has created this particular platform for all of us to interact, share, and serve the purpose, which right now I think is very, very important at the entire global level. So hearty congratulations and thank you, Mr. Manish, for bringing all of us on this one single platform and finding the ways to motivate us to, just like keep as a single family, contribute and do our best in whichever best possible manner we can do. Thank you so much.
Thank you, ma'am.
Manish sir, I would like to interrupt you
Yes,
for 1 second. That because we cannot validate this function without special thanks to SHEELAN ma'am, who was doing tirelessly work since beginning till end. She is still energetic
Agree,
and
sir. Agree.
smiling in her face. Yeah.
So the thing,
I want
I just
two
congratulate
words
Ms.
from your
SHEELAN
side
ma'am.
for SHEELAN ma'am. Yeah.
Thank you, ma'am. It's really appreciable work you have done today. And even one thing I want to share about SHEELAN ma'am. So every time, whenever we start to, whenever we're going to start any event, so she asks, okay, what we need to do, and I say every time, okay, ma'am, do whatever you want. You are already capable to do and to handle the things. So this is the beauty of the thing, that you are much more capable. Yes, we definitely. And one more thing I want to announce here. Very soon we are going to do one physical event just for a meeting and get together. That was the idea of Dr. Nayan Prakash sir. So he advised me, why not start some physical meeting. So we are planning to start that meeting from Jaipur. So I will invite all you all there. Very soon we will share some official invitation there.
That is the great idea, sir. To choosing that city.
Thank you.
Related
Post
to
COVID, it is the need of our because from past 2 years we are only on the virtual world, and innovation and education. Only 20% we rely on that particular virtual world, but physical meeting is the need of all now.
Yes, sir. As per my domain is concerned, we just believe on the hand-on experience. So
Because actually we want physical event in a very excellent disciplined manner. Actually, still COVID is not gone, so we have to maintain aura of like rules and regulations.
With COVID protocol.
Yeah, protocol should be there. So
Yes, we will follow the
definitely,
protocol.
Manisha, we all are teams working for how we can manage rules and regulation, and all team members will be invited, and it would be a very surprising and different, unique event with fun, enjoyment,
Can I say something
everything.
about the minister Yuva team? Because innovation, you start with the innovation, and what I see today, each and everyone from the different domain and international. And past 6 months, I am associated with the Yuva team, bringing all the faculty at the single umbrella. Hats off to Manish sir and Yuva team, and a virtual clap to them. Congratulations, Manish sir and Yuva team.
I just want to share one more thing. So we are having the network of 1,500 educators from 50 countries, and all are same energetic. And this kind of activity we are doing from last 2 months. That's why I was absent in many regular activities. But yes, very soon we will going to conduct one big and larger meeting with more than 300 and 500 educators. So that will definitely we will follow the protocols of the COVID norms. And yes, we need support of you all, especially the people from India and outside of the India. And yes, we are going global, so definitely we will go move forward for some other countries also. And thanks to all, especially SHEELAN ma'am, Nayan Prakash sir, Ruben sir, Nada ma'am, and Twinkle sir. You all are so energetic and so helpful. And every time, even in 11th hour, I say just before one hour, sir, I need you here, ma'am, I need you here, and you all are every time present there. So thank you so much. This is a kind of teamwork, and we all are doing great work to craft our society, to craft our future, and to bring some more smiles on some new faces also. Thank you so much.
SHEELAN ma'am, your smile has gone, I think. How it is possible?
Not possible. As long as all these beautiful faces are there, not possible. So thank you so much, and hearty congratulations to all the bodies. Kudos to Mr. Manish and your team. Are we closing the meeting now?
Yes, ma'am. Thank you.
All right. Good night, and good day.
Good night.
Everyone.
Good night.
So Manish sir, thank you so much for this session. I think so I'm audible?
Yes.
Yeah.
So this one is our first meeting.
Yeah. Very true. So very important thing. I think I am saying it late. Maybe taking out from this innovation space, why don't we also think about moving forward towards creating a platform for the students, especially to think about going for IPR. Maybe if they want to patent their ideas.
We are planning for that. So Yuva Innovator Challenge was the part of that thing. So very soon we are going to launch one platform where everyone will get from idea to a company formation, even from marketing itself. And everything is that will be for free for the students. We are not going to charge anything from the students. So we will help them.
Very true.